Hello, good evening, and welcome to my first in a series that I'm going to start called What I Know for Sure. So I'm super excited. I had this idea because I've been really wanting to go live more and provide value to my fans. And so I thought, what better way than to, I love Oprah. I taped her shows and I watched her every single day. I was so sad when her show ended. She taught me so much. I learned so much. I think I got a lot of my spirituality from her because I didn't have religious parents. And she gave me a great foundation. So one of the things I am doing in a free group that's been really great this week, I wanted to share. And I thought, what I know for sure is that when you write down your goals and you are clear on where you want to go in your life, then you can reach amazing things. You can do pretty incredible things. We can do so much more than our mind limits us, really. And so I've learned a lot as a coach. I've learned a lot about goal setting, have some techniques. So if you don't know, and by the way, if you are a fan of mine, you like following me, please share my posts. So I want to have more people who get on my page and get inspired. And so if you think somebody needs help with goals and somebody's, might be a little stuck, then please share this video or tag them in the comments. If you know how to tag, you do a little @ and then put their name. Although I'm not sure you can do that. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Just share it. But anyways, so I want to talk about what I'm doing in my free group. So I have 2 free groups. One I started last summer called 5 Days to a Better You. And it was really a big hit with my fans and the people who came to that group. And at the end, they wanted more. And at the time, I was like, well, I have my challenge group where it's fitness and meal planning, but if you want something else like this personal development that I was doing in that other group, I really don't have anything. But it made me start thinking about what can I give people. And so when it started to be the end of 2016 and the beginning of 2017, I thought, I need to set my goals for 2017. So how about I have a group and I talk about goal setting and I work on my goals along with the group. And so I thought, wow, that is a really great idea, Lori. So I invited everybody who had been in my Better You group because I thought I really want people who are already kind of know me and they graduated from that group. And, that group kind of leads you into a better frame of mind, a lot of positivity. I really focus on being optimistic and positive. So those all people I invited into my goals group. So if you are interested in if you would be interested in my Better You group, I have one starting shortly. And so I don't have a calendar in front of me. I forgot I was going to be talking about that, but I will update this post with the date of that. So if you want, hey, Gay. So if you want to be in my next 5 Days to a Better You group, then comment below, okay? And I'll get in touch with you. But anyways, okay, so I'm going to take you through what I'm doing in my goals group. My 5 Days to a Better Future is what the goals group's called. So the first exercise I had the group do is to create their circle of vision, or it's also called a wheel of life. So Oprah did it in one way. Tony Robbins does it a little bit differently. But anyways, I used the Tony Robbins example because I did it I went to one of his Unleash the Power Within. And so this has been great for people. So I'm just going to show you, this is mine filled out. You would start with a blank and I will put a copy of this picture on my fan page here. So you can have it and you can do it, but this is the way you do it. So you have this circle and it's probably reversed on your screen, but basically you have different categories. So there's like 4 different categories here, and these categories aren't hard and fast. You can pick whatever category you want. But these are kind of, pretty common with people. So health, wealth, which is also finances, family and friends, playtime, hobbies, and fun, which is also recreation, relationships, aka romance, career, job, personal space, which is also like your environment, so like your home, I guess, your where you live, and then contribution, spirituality. So those are the different categories that you start with on your wheel. So what you do with the exercise is there are 10 little ticky marks. And so you basically think of the outside of the wheel as 10. You would be the happiest in that category that you could be. And so you would mark all the way out to the edge of the wheel if you were a 10. If you were, and you can see I have no 10s. I have a couple of 9s, but no 10s. Because I think, everybody has room for improvement. That's kind of my attitude. But anyways, and then the tick mark in the very close to the set bullseye is 1. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So you basically say, okay, where am I versus where I would like to be in this category? So for me, health was 8. So I feel that there's a room for improvement. I slacked a lot over the holidays. I did my workouts, but my eating, I wanted to enjoy the holiday food. So I allow that in my group. She's like, you can't be perfect. So anyways, that's an 8. So my wealth and finances, I have at a 3 right now. There's a lot of work that needs to be done for me in that category. Family and friends is 7. My recreation, playtime, hobbies is a 5 because I really don't have any. I just love to work. I have a problem with being a workaholic, so I need to be better balanced. Relationships, I'm an 8 there. My career job is a 9 because I absolutely love what I do and I couldn't be happier. And then my physical environment, personal space is 9, super happy there. And my contribution, spirituality is a 4. So what you do is once you have your numbers and you know kind of where you are versus where you want to be, then this is kind of also like a value wheel. So it's like, how do you value this, and then where do you want to be, where you'll get full value from that. So you also want to identify kind of your 3 primary life priorities. So what are your categories that are your 3 primary life priorities and that you need to have accountability for, right? So like, obviously finances and wealth would be 1 because it's low and I need accountability for it. So I'm really, hi Cindy. And then my recreation, it's hard for me to walk away from my computer. It's hard for me to take a break and be away from what I do in my job and my work and as a coach. And so I really need to have a goal that really, create some hobby to just like be more well balanced. So anyways, this gave me a lot of enlightenment on where I am and where I need to go for 2017. All right. So the next step was, after I got my wheel done, or my circle of life, I like circle of life better. Then what you do is you take each category and you break it down. So with health, so what you want to do for each category is you want to say, okay, what would it feel like if I was a 10 in this category? What kind of emotions would I have? So describe those emotions. So you have a little statement. So for health, I said if I were a 10, it would feel unbelievable. So if I was, had my health at a 10, like in the best shape, eating right, just hitting it out of the ballpark, going to the doctor, having all those test results be like exactly where they should be, and having your doctor tell you how awesome you are. So that's kind of what it would feel like to be a 10 in health, right? And then after you go around and you write down how it would feel to be a 10 in that area, then you go back and you say, okay, what will, so say you envision being there. So a lot of goals, it's, visioning the goal happening is so important. And so what you want to do for the next step is you want to envision you are there. So the first one is, you want to say, what would it feel like what would it feel like if you got there, right? If you got there, you're way far back, you're at a 4, what would it feel like if you got there? So the next exercise is you are there, you are living it, you are in it. So talk about it, to have a little, couple of sentences about how your life has changed, what it really, can you, what is it? Like, can you feel your muscles? Can you feel them? Can you look down and have a flat belly? Do you have gorgeous granny guns now? So you really want to put your head, and I'm spitting, I'm sorry, I'm glad you're not here in person. You really want to, know what it feels like with, that being there, right? So that's kind of a 2-step process, and it's more about feelings, as you can tell, because you are more likely to not give up on your goals if there's a sense of emotion around them. So then what I did this circle of life exercises. Then I also wrote a purpose, because I think it's really important, especially if you are in a career, if you have your own business in particular, that you have a purpose, because all of your actions should be behind a purpose, and you should actually have a mission in life, so step back from even job, work, whatever, and think about, what do you want to be in this world? What is that? And then, so it's kind of your mission statement of life. And so you just kind of write down what that is. And I can read mine to you if it will give you a sense of kind of example. So it would help you do yours. So my purpose is to impact people to make positive changes that lead them to better health, improved relationships, and more fulfillment. Whether it's through a social media post, a video, a book, a group, or an in-person contact, my mission is to help them become mentally and physically stronger so they can live their true purpose, whatever that may be, and in so doing, make the world a better place. So when I found coaching, it was my heart. I felt like this is what I meant to do on this earth. And what I want to help people with is to help them find that, a coaching isn't for everybody, but being a coach can help people find that, right? Yeah. And so, I think coaching is great, and I think it's a great, opportunity for people, but gosh, you can't make an engineer who adores creating architectural designs. They're not going to want to coach, but I would love to help people find their true purpose, because when you find your true purpose and when you are passionate about it, that bleeds into all of your relationships, that bleeds into everything you do when you go about your day. And when you're happier in the course of your day, then you spread love and you spread, just giving of yourself, and so I want the world to be a better place. And, our politicians have certainly shown us that there's a lot of room for this world to be a better place. So anyway, so that's my purpose. Hi, Karen. Hi, Shauna. So I have 2017 goals. So I asked my group, after they did I haven't actually asked them to do a purpose, but I probably will talk about that. But I'm creating this group. It's the first time I've ever done it. So usually I have kinks to work out. So I really appreciate the people who are in my group, and they're just awesome. So my 2017 goals, I said to my group, 8 to 12 goals. Just come up with 8 to 12 2017 goals. So that's what we're working on right now. It's Wednesday, so we've done our circle of life. Some people are still working on it. We've done the exercises related to that, about how you'd feel when you got to your 10. And then now they're coming up with their goals. And so I ask that they have a rough draft. So, it's like a process. It's not perfect at first, right? So then you write down your goals, but they have to be SMART goals. So what a SMART goal is it has to be like time boxed and measurable. All right. And for anybody who's done any goals kind of work, then, you need to be able to track it. Right. So my goals right now are rough because I'm going along with the group in the class. So my goals right now are kind of rough. So for instance, my first goal is getting the best shape of my life, because I've gotten the best shape of my life when I was 55, and I'm about to turn 58, and I'm not anymore. So life happens. I'm still in good shape, but I feel like there's room for improvement. So my clothes are a little tighter after the holidays, but getting the best shape of your life isn't really quantifiable. It's like, okay, by the end of 2017, and what does that mean? What does that look like? How do I track that? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically set a date as I do my goals. These are my 2017 goals, but I want to get in the best shape of my life within 90 days. I don't want to wait till December. And I don't want it to be loosey-goosey, because if I wait till the end of December, it is not going to happen probably if I don't have some hard dates. So I'm going to have some hard dates. And then what I do is I set like kind of mini goals. So I'm going to have monthly goals and a weekly plan for each month, so I know the activities that I need to do to reach that goal. So for instance, with in the best shape of my life, I want to know, like, I'm going to be doing Body Beast starting on Friday for 90 days. And, so I'm going to be real specific about what I'm going to be doing. There's a meal plan that's, very, apparently lots of food, which I'm happy about, because when you work on weights, you get more food because your muscles are building. So anyways, so another thing as on my list is earn 6 figures this year. And so, all right, so what I have to do to earn 6 figures. So I have work to do there. So, but it's like my date for earn 6 figures is December 31st. I mean, I have the whole year to work on that one, and I need it. So, but I have like specific activities that I will do to align with that goal. So, so I am excited because now I have my goals, my 2017 goals. Coaching would be an awesome way to find yourself. Yes. Yes. And Shauna, not only is coaching a great way to find yourself, it's a great way to get the mental strength. So I talked about helping people through, with my goal is helping people be mentally and physically stronger. So you can work out and be physically strong, but you can be a mess on the inside. And everybody that I know who has become a coach, me included, has gotten so much out of the personal development, the books, the videos, the things that we get exposed to. And it's helped our relationships. It's helped our, relationship with our spouses. I tell you, my interaction with my spouse is so much different now. And I'm a positive and happy person, but, the person you live with sometimes doesn't get to see that all the time. But I'm much more aware of, I try to be like smile a lot more, and he's so receptive when I do that. But it's just really helped with all of our relationships. I used to, especially when I was younger, I was very selfish, it was like me, what's in it for me? And what it has given me is the gift of wanting to be a giver, wanting to just really, do all I can to help somebody get unstuck, And so, so if I give you another example. So one of the things that's really low on my list of my circle of life, one thing that's really low is my contribution spirituality. So, I do free groups, I give that way, but that's not enough. Honestly, it's not enough. And so I'm going to start giving 10% of my income to charities. So last year I gave a couple times to Heifer International, where I bought a goat for a family. And that was really rewarding. And the other thing is they sent me a letter and updated me that the family goes through training, so you get an update of where that family who got the goat would be in their process. And so I got a couple of letters, and that was just, really meaningful to me. So, and then another thing I want to do is start doing volunteer work. So I'm going to volunteer next on Martin Luther King. I'm going up to DC with my daughter is the one who initiated the idea. And so I was like, I want to do that. So we're going to go do some I guess some, spring cleaning, even though it's not spring, at some elementary schools and a high school. So we'll see what that is, what that is up to. So hi, Lauren. So anyway, so my goals group is going so great, and I am getting a lot out of it because I am getting my goals done, and I'm doing them in such a detailed way that really haven't dug deep to do before. I've had goals and I've had action plans, but I did a life circle when I went to the Tony Robbins conference, but I didn't really come home. It was at the end of, I did it like 15 months ago. It was like October. So I didn't come home and then I didn't map my goals because I'd already done my goals earlier that year, and I didn't map my goals to my circle, and it was kind of like half-assed. So I am really excited because it's the beginning of the year, and I did my life circle first, which is what you should do. And now I'm super excited that I have my purpose because I watched a video about that and how important that was. I know about mission statements coming from the corporate world and how important they are for a company, but to have a purpose for your daily activities, it's like mission statement really for your personal life, So that is my first session for what is it called? What I know for sure. So anyways, I'm going to get back on every Wednesday, and I thought, I should do what I know for sure on a Wednesday because it's what I know for sure on Wednesday. And so I'm going to do this every Wednesday evening, except when I'm not available, but I will be posting. I'm going to figure out a way to let people know in advance. And so hopefully I'll have some good value for you all. I already thought of my next one, what I want to do. What I know for sure is how to raise good kids. Get lucky one, no, but my kids turned out great, and I have a couple of tips, I think, on things that I did that really, really helped. So anyways, so I think that's going to be my next subject. If you have any subject you'd like to hear about, then just suggest. It's a free-for-all, right? So so get on and comment below. So a couple things. So share this video if it's helped you, so your friends will have it. Comment if you want to be in my next 5 Days to a Better You group. So much fun. And then comment on any kind of ideas you have for what I know for sure for next week. Okay? All right. Mwah. Bye.